I spend too much money to have a little fun. Come on. Here you are, you come around. You want me to settle down, yeah. Before you jump, you need to know. It's a crazy thing the way I roll. I ain't changing, I'm a stubborn man. So can you love me like I am? Can you love me, baby, like I am?
Hey guys, so what we're going to be talking about today, a couple things, is Nock tuning your arrows and also broadhead tuning. So for your Nock tuning, what you're going to do is you are going to be marking your fletchings. You can number them and then also mark the up vein on your different colored cock vein that you typically would have. And what that boils down to is where your nock is aligned with your spine. If you do have any type of left or right deviance with your grouping, you want to take and just twist, one time, go to each vein, until you can bring that particular arrow that's off a little bit back to the rest of your group. So that's what you're going to be doing as far as Nock tuning. As far as the broadhead tuning goes, obviously it is a lot bigger of a point than your field tip, which will create drag as soon as it leaves your string. So that is typically why you would get a left or right away from your point of impact of where your field point is. So what you want to do is basically just imagine your rest and your sights being like iron sights on a gun. If you move these to change the pitch of where it sits in line to your front sight or your sight on your bow. So what you're going to do is, I always like to shoot the broadhead first. That way when I do run the other arrow, I don't want to be cutting my veins off. So I always shoot my broadhead first, and then of course shoot the field point, and of course I'm aiming at the same spot both times. I'm not aiming at this other arrow, I'm just trying to aim at the same spot, and I'm trying to see where the difference is as far as where they're hitting left or hitting right. For the right-handed shooters, it's typically going to shoot left in comparison to your field point. If you're a left-handed shooter, it's probably going to be shooting right of where your field point is. But it could also be a rest adjustment issue, it could be a timing issue. If you have any yoke adjustments, it could. You may have to do that, kind of like you would if you're bear shaft tuning or your paper tuning. As far as your adjustments with your strings or cables. Now, as far as just the rest adjustment, what you're going to do is shoot the broadhead and then shoot the field point. Now, if your broadhead arrow point of impact is here and your field point is to the right of it. Now, if you're still remembering to aim at the exact same spot, what you're going to do is you're going to be bringing your rest towards your field point, and that will, and you shoot another round, and that should bring him in closer. That is how I broadhead tune, and I've got all of mine, 12 arrows I think. I've got all of mine hitting, and actually they're actually all touching like this, all the way up to 30 yards. So I think what helped me was I didn't just paper tune at the typical, 10 feet or anything like that. I actually went back at my shop and the one I go to, and I actually went out to 18 yards and actually paper tuned that way. And when I came home today and actually started with the broadhead tuning, I actually didn't have to move my rest at all. They were all 12 of them at 30 yards were all hitting. The only thing I had to do to mine was Nock tune, and I only had to Nock tune 3 out of the 12. I did have the shop to spine align my arrows before I purchased them, so I think that definitely helped. So that's what you need to do, and it's not too hard. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not that bad. So,